Hi teachers! In this video you will see an overview of how to use interactive workbooks in your classroom. You'll get the basics on how the workbooks work and how you will distribute them and receive them back from students. Interactive workbooks contain opportunities for students to be creative with everything from taking pictures and videos to matching vocabulary, writing journal responses, and even recording their own voices. First, let's review a few quick notes. This document will use the Pages app. You can airdrop the file from your Mac or iPad after you download it. I will review directions for airdropping either directly from your computer or quickly using the Classroom app. It is important to note that your students will all receive their own individual copy of the workbook and will work on individual activities throughout the course of the unit. Students will airdrop the file back to you once it is completed, but remember that you can always check in with them on their own individual iPad, monitor their progress using the Classroom app, or have them airdrop the file to you mid-project so that you can make sure that they're staying on track. This document is also a great artifact of learning and can be a great resource to use when discussing student progress with their parents at conferences. The first thing you will want to do is download the interactive workbook. The interactive workbooks have been linked to both the slides and lesson plans associated with each unit. We will use the Voyager workbook as an example. Click on the link to open the Drive folder that contains the interactive workbook. Then, click the link to go to Drive. Once your drive has loaded, select the appropriate workbook that you need to download, then click on the dot in the upper right-hand corner and click Download. This will download a copy of the workbook to your computer in the Downloads folder. Before distributing the file to your students, it is important to have them watch the video of student directions. This will help them set up their iPad so that it is ready to receive the file. They will rename their iPad, download the Pages app, and turn on AirDrop so that they're ready to receive the file. The student directions video is included in the slides for each lesson that has an interactive workbook. The video is also included in the first few pages of each interactive workbook so that students can refer to it in the event that they get stuck. Be sure to have students follow all of these directions, and when they're done, you are ready to airdrop. You may want to pause the directions after they set up their iPad so that you can get the airdrop sent. Be sure to go back and show students the rest of the directions video. You could either do this in front for the entire class, or you could have students watch it within their workbook once it is airdropped to them. You can send this file directly to your students, or if you have Classroom, you can send it to the whole class all at once with one click of a button. In this video, I will show you both ways to send, but remember, you will choose one or the other. Locate the file in your Downloads folder, then right-click on it and go down to Share, then select AirDrop. When the AirDrop box appears, you will want to click on the names of each of your students so that you can send the file to them. Once you have tapped on their name, they will see a box appear on their iPad and they will need to accept the file. This step is also shown in the student's direction video. If for some reason a student is not appearing in the list, check their iPad to be sure that they have turned on AirDrop. If you are using Apple Classroom to send the file, be sure to open Classroom on your computer and then select the class you need to send it to. Next, open Finder and find the file located in your Downloads folder. Right-click on the file by holding down the Control key on your keyboard and tapping on your trackpad. Next, select Share, then AirDrop. Once the AirDrop window appears, scroll to find your class. Once you have found the name of the class that you have opened in Classroom, you can simply click on it and it will send to the entire class. From my experience, sending to the entire class can take a minute or two, but once the blue circle has completed, all of your students will have the file and be ready to go. When using the workbook, almost any mistake that may be made by a student can be fixed by using the Undo button. The Undo button is located in the toolbar and is a circle with a back arrow inside of it. It has a pretty long history and can undo quite a few steps, but you might want to remind students that they should always undo as soon as they make a mistake. If a student completely needs to restart on any given page, tap the plus button in the bottom left corner, then select the page from the pages listed in the thumbnails. As teachers, we know that every classroom is a little bit different. If you need to add pages so that your students can complete additional activities, simply tap on the plus button in the bottom left corner of the screen, and you can have your students add a variety of style of pages. If you have early finishers, you could add another journal entry or maybe even a blank page where they could draw a picture from one of the scenes in the book. The possibilities are endless. The student directions video includes directions for students to airdrop the file back to you. To ensure that your students can find you, open Finder and click on airdrop in the left-hand column. On the right-hand side, click the drop-down arrow and be sure that it is set to everyone. That way, your students will be able to locate you. As students airdrop their files to you, you will see a notification and hear a sound. Click on Accept on the notification and your file will be saved to your downloads. Then, navigate to Finder and locate your downloads folder. You will see that their file is now there. Because the students named their files as part of the beginning of this project, you should have every file labeled with the student's name for you. Many of the workbooks also include a help page where students can refer back to specific clips from the video and find just the help they need. We hope that this workbook will help you to achieve the goals of engaging learners through exciting activities that incorporate creativity, voice, and choice while growing their technology skills through a content-rich, meaningful, and memorable experience.